Hi guys,
Hello.
welcome back to the channel. It's your weekly dose of ARI and NAZO. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe and turn on post notifications. We are a couple relationship channel based in Nigeria.
Lagos.
Relocating into other countries soon.
It's relocating to other countries too.
Okay, so in today's video
actually came up the idea that in Nigeria here, we give birth a lot. We give birth a lot in Nigeria here.
my God.
That is one. And two, we don't even plan it because we feel children are a gift. You get married today, the next day they are waiting for.
I don't think that's the Nigeria of now.
That's Nigeria of now. People still do those mentality. They'll tell you this.
I don't think so.
Babe, you get married this month, the next one they're already asking you how far. Child.
Oh my God. That's them.
That's why people will
They
get
couple
married.
themselves.
People will get married in 2 months. They will give birth to a bouncing baby boy. I used to think it was 9 months.
That story no clear.
All of a sudden, it's like 2 months now.
This story no
But
clear.
anyway, we are going to talk about questions to ask before having a child in Nigeria,
Questions to ask.
or things to discuss before having a child in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Very,
Things we should discuss. We're not just
very
asking
important.
questions.
Number one thing you have to consider is your career. If you guys are, even if you guys are working, your career, because in as much as you guys are a team, we know to affect the lady more than the guy. I'm not being biased here or trying to say, okay, men are not doing it, but let's be realistic, it affects the women more. So you have to discuss, okay, how are you going to take your leave? And the question should be answered by both parties because, let's be honest, having a child will affect your careers.
At the end of the day, it's not just having the child. Raising the child is a two-man job because the two of you that did the Humpty Do, the
the roll in the hair,
the needle in the
haystack,
yes, to
to procreate,
to bring to for this human person. So your careers, especially if you both are career people, like,
and at that point you guys will have to compromise.
Yeah. Okay, so you are taking this time off, I'm taking this time off, because at the end of the day, even though in Nigeria we still have our parents that they do come around.
But see, I'm not against people taking care of, or outside extended family taking care of the child, but I still feel the people who understand the child best
are the
parents. So no matter how maybe our parents come or siblings, I still need to be with the child. So that's one thing you have to discuss: your career, who is leaving who, how you guys going to plan your shifts, what is going to change because it's going to stress.
What's the strategy for the next 2 to 3 years?
So it's going to stress the both of you.
It's not going to be easy. You're going to lose a lot of sleep. So you need to know how we're working. What's the schedule like? I think people don't even plan this thing anymore.
No, people don't plan, child. It just happens. We look at it like it's an unspoken rule of once we're married, that's the next thing. Like, let's just do it. And they will now give you this part, God, now you go train Peking. God will provide. All those annoying statements that I hate hearing. Do you know how much is baby food? Anyway, number 2.
Let's keep going.
Are you mentally and emotionally ready? This question, I'm sure, if we have 200 million Nigerians, 199 million don't ask themselves this particular question. They don't even discuss it.
Can I just bring this I was going to put this in a previous video, but I forgot. I don't know if anybody has watched or is watching this Netflix series, The Ultimatum.
Okay.
Yeah. They're talking about how you're going to tell your partner is either like in this space, we're together, right? But we're going into this confined social experiment where I want to marry you, but you are not ready. Okay. I want to have children with you, but you are not even ready. Okay. So we're going to explore other people that are possibly ready to like. I don't know why anybody would go on a show for that, but it's fine. And another thing I was going to say is, in that group there are about 2 to 3 people. There's a guy I think his name is Hunter. Is it Hunter? I forget. There's one white guy like this. He wants to have children. Yeah. His main focus for getting married is the children, apparently. Okay. Like, he wants to have children, he's talking about raising them, blah, 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 blah. But his partner she's not even ready. And I feel like he was not asking the right questions. Okay, because he's ready, he's okay, he's ready with it. She's not okay. He's not asking her things like, okay, what's the problem? Okay, what happened in your childhood that you feel like you don't want to have children right now? Okay, so what's the problem? Why do you feel like children are going to be an emotional distress to you, right? He's not asking those questions. All he's just going on about is that's what he wants. And if you cannot provide it, if you feel like I'm not in a good space, then that's it. Do you understand? And now, sorry to make this very long, she now started having a conversation with one of the other persons that came there, and then he's asking her, okay, so why don't you want to have children? Like, what is stopping you? And then she's now saying it's not having the children per se, it's raising the children that is her problem.
It's a lot of work.
That the current partner she's with is mostly work, is a career-minded person. And all he does is like talk about work and children. He's always going to work. Like, them having one-on-one time is like little too. And then I'm like, do you see where she wants somebody that is going to be as involved
as she is?
That's why she doesn't want to.
That's why in Nigeria here, when it comes to looking at how you feel emotionally and mentally ready, we underestimate how much it taxes us. When the Nigerian man hears emotionally, or when Nigerians hear is you have to mentally emotionally ready, are thinking of the issues that come with the child. But it's way more than that, because you have to understand the child. That's why in Nigeria here, let's be honest, most of our parents don't understand us. We end up raising ourselves. Most of them, not like, and I can't blame them because they don't know better. But at least this generation now, we have to know better, because children are grown, like the way they behave now compared to our own time, it's clearly different.
Everybody is not afraid to speak up.
Yeah, when I was 5 years, the toy I used when I was 5, I can't give it to a child now. He will look like am I insulting him?
Yeah, they are
a child of 5
electronics
wants a bloody iPad. What do you do with an iPad?
Why are you angry?
I'll give you water game or bricks game, or you go and play rubber.
You say you even get rubber. Or cook with sand.
Cook with sand.
You understand? Get into the cooking with sand routine or fight war.
And also, when I say ready, not just ready for the child, but ready for yourself, because you as an individual, there are traumas you're dealing with that you haven't resolved. So you have to resolve all those things. If not, they are going to affect your relationship with that child when he or she eventually comes. So those things you and your partner need to talk about it, resolve it. Okay, how are we doing? Like, well, mom is scolding the child and dad is somewhere shouting at mom for scolding the child. You guys have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
You might have different approach to handling it, but at least let the child say, okay, mom and dad, they're on the same page. It eliminates this idea of I like mom more than dad.
That's also one of the things she brought up. She was like, oh, okay, we need to how do we raise? The way that I was raised is different. The way I raised is different. So we need to come to a compromise about our parenting style.
Yes.
That's what we need to have a discussion about parenting styles and all of that. And I think these are conversations
exactly. And
you should have.
In psychology, there's something called like not giving a child enough emotions, and then too much emotional concentration can also derail that child's mental strength and upbringing. When you invest too much, it can affect the child. So you have to balance it as parents. So that's another thing we need to discuss. Number 3, financial capability. This one is for those people that would probably give birth to 20 children and be in a room apartment. Well, great. I was born and raised in Ajegule.
I'm going to link that video that I was ranting about in a drama.
I'm exaggerating here, but I was raised in Ajegule, and there are houses we see 7 children in that house. And actually, the funny thing that comes to my mind is like, okay, I can know what happened when you give birth to 1, when you get to 2, but I mean, when you give birth to, how were you guys doing it? You know,
in a 1-bedroom.
How
do you do? Like,
do
the children not hear? Are they not squeaking noises? Wow, some parents were gymnasts back in the day because
So, but financial capability, because children would spend. Don't understand. For me, for my kind of person, well, I'm getting married for companionship. Of course I love children, but if I see I won't be ready for that child, there's no point in me having the child.
Yep.
That's how I see. If I say, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that.
You guys, no point. Let me explain something to you. Okay. Inside a diaper pack is about 40, I think. Well, the one I saw was 40. I think there's more. That 41, the last time that I checked, was about 4,800 and something naira.
How much
While in
is it?
2022, that thing is probably between 5 to 6,000 now.
And
That's
it's
for 40.
going to
Now, a
increase.
newborn goes through about 8 diapers in a day,
Hey,
if not
God.
more. Because they poop and wee
Yeah.
as well now, and they need to be comfortable, so you need to change
And they
them
eat, like,
constantly. And
almost
they
how
eat
many
like
times?
every hour, every 2 hours. Newborns is what I'm talking about. That's just newborns, okay? Now we now enter into 1 to 3 months, you know. Some people decide they want to start formula, some people say they don't. Some people even can't, they're not able to provide enough breast milk, okay? That baby food, the kind of baby food, ladies and gentlemen, please excuse this figure I'm about to use. This is my hair cream thingy. Is about maybe from here to here.
Okay.
That's one. I'm being so generous. It's like here to here. Maybe slightly wider, just a little bit. We're looking about 8,000 something. Between 6 to 7, 8. That's one can. If you don't have money, don't have child, don't have children.
Don't, because you will spend.
Please.
You will spend.
That's just thinking about
And
feeding.
yes,
You're talking about clothes, shoes, school fees.
And yes, I know God will provide, but let's be honest.
Please, let's have sense.
Use your head, I beg. All this God will provide now, God they train picking. That's just building castles in the air. And that will not work. Let me be just like that won't work. Please. Then last another number 4, the strength of your relationship. I feel that's very important because if you guys are not in good terms, or you have things you've not talked about, or things that are still lingering in your mind, because she does that with me most of the time. When we have our issues as couples, she can still ask me like, "Oh, okay, is there anything still lingering?" Now imagine a situation whereby I have things still lingering for you, you have to, and we are having a child. That's when Mom C will now start drawing the child like, your father is doing this, that.
It's not
You'll not start
just
dividing the family.
It's not even just that. See, having a child alone is tasking mentally, physically, like you get super exhausted. Now, if your relationship is not solid, I'm just talking about people that their relationships are not, people that their relationships are solid, they still have like arguments when the baby is born and everything, because everybody is exhausted, like everybody's tired. Now imagine if your relationship is not strong. It's like going to be so much like having that child can break you guys.
Exactly. And you have to be sure, not just having like the example you have to, does your partner want a child? That's the first thing. How many? Because you can't just say, I want a child, and that means you must want a child. I want 5 children, you must give me 5. How many? You have to ask those questions. And also, your personal issues, how does it affect you guys raising that child? These are like important questions you need to find out.
How do you resolve your conflicts, like in such a way that it doesn't project or show to other people?
Exactly, because
so that's like training for like when your child comes, so that when you and your partner have like issues, you will not now use that issue to be.
Because the first year when you give birth, that's like the toughest. The toughest, and I would say this again: it affects women more. Like.
Because we're not saying the father is not the primary caregiver, but moms usually are primary caregivers.
Like it affects
they
them
have
more.
The boobies. They're the ones that
them more. Then lastly, what next after the child? This is very important because that's where you have to understand. I think we did a video, questions to ask before you get married.
I think so.
So we'll have to put it on one of the cards. Now, why I say what next is that let's use us as an example. If I'm getting married to her because I want children, like the dude you mentioned, and she's getting married to me because of our companionship. You know, when we eventually have, let's say, 1 or 2 children, I've clocked out because I've gotten what I want. That's when she's feeling, oh, you're emotionally distant. So you understand. So you have to feel what next. You have to still maintain that thing that brought you guys together.
Because at the end of the day, the children that you have brought to life will leave you to pay
exactly.
Their own way.
At the end of the day, they are individuals, and you will raise them. But we will can tell that some of the things we raised are not what we practice now.
Yep, definitely.
At the end of the day, they pick up other things along the way. And I can always tell her, she was asking me, I will choose you first because you were there first for the child. I will tell her, I don't care, I met your mom first. So when you start misbehaving, young lady, leave my house. Go and look for your own wife. I have my wife here. You won't kill her, you won't kill me. That is what I'm going to do. Hopefully, our children are going to see this in future. Yes, I'll attest to that.
God.
I said it with no apology.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, after the whole child, what next? Should you just have children and allow it take over your life? Should you guys not even have time to just chill and have fun. You don't have time to even
Yeah,
understand
also
each
what's
other.
your purpose in life, because you're coming together as a couple, not just to like, what's your purpose? Are you guys building something together? Are you guys starting a business? Are you guys, what is your purpose together as a couple, not as individuals? So I think that would be something you should also think about, like after you have children. Okay, what should we do?
What should we do
As
next?
I
Yeah.
think for every stage of life, there should be a purpose for
And
you guys
a
as a
plan.
couple, a purpose, a plan as a couple. So right now, our purpose is doing something, but once we've achieved that, we'll celebrate it and then we start again.
Again, yeah.
So it's always good to have a purpose and a plan at every stage.
And Nigerians, stop giving birth anyhow. It's irritating.
Or the one that they will tell you that it was a mistake.
You just slipped and fell into the.
It's not that. I can't believe I'm saying this. My mom, God bless her soul, my last born, well, she's late too as well. Mommy said it was a mistake. We should try to. There are so many ways we can, like, family planning is a thing now.
Exactly.
There are so many methods to avoid.
Well, I just like my life because at the end of the day, I'm getting ready for companionship. All this trouble that society bring, children, you have to live to a certain person's standard. It's so, she knows me, but I've been a deviant. It's so not for me. I'll do what I want.
He
If
will.
it makes sense, I think about it makes sense, I'll do what I want. If we decide I want to have a child, good and fine. We will. Nobody will not go train her for us. It's our money. The only thing people will do is come and say congratulations and eat biscuit and rub powder and go.
Oh God. Okay.
That's the truth. It doesn't mean they are bad people, but that's what happens.
Please, let's be going. It's okay.
That's
We
what
won't
happens.
teach you how to live your life, but these things you should do to make yourselves like better, make your lives better, understand yourselves better. Live a healthy.
So on that note, please like, subscribe, share. If you have any comments, something you feel this video is trash, you didn't say anything that makes sense, let us know. We feel we said a lot of things that make sense, let us know. We feel we are just talking gibberish, let us know. And you feel well, it makes sense to you and you want to reach out. We're here. We can talk. And we'll see you in the next video.
See ya.